Press releases and social media can work together really well because you're investing in content that is put together in a press release. And from one point of view, when you get your result, so you get articles that appear and are published, that allows you to then tweet or do Instagram messages to the outlets who've published your article and say thank you very much for your great article about XYZ, we're thrilled and delighted. And that's again creating noise and awareness and interest. So that's one very good way of doing it. The other thing is that if you post your news release on your company website or on a blog or on a platform such as Response Source, then what you can do is you can actually then, all of these outlets mentioned will have social media buttons taken to different places, so you can then spread your message through to all different social media channels from the source material. Now the key thing is, if it's social media, you want the content to be lively, you want good imagery, and also just to say that short videos work really, really well in this context. So the way that you work with press releases and social media is that a press release is essentially a broadcast message, it's proactive, and the tweets and other social media messages are proactive too. Now, in fairness, what you don't want to be doing is just blasting out too much information to too many people, but what really works well, and it's worth bearing in mind, is that there are times when you might have a press release, you could put it on, say, Google Docs, and then you could target it one-to-one to those bloggers who you think would be interested in the story. And if those bloggers pick it up, then that might well be followed up by national newspapers. So that's another way of press releases and social media working together well. If you have a really good, strong story, that good national newspaper journalists, for example, will not want to publish something that they've already seen published online. So be careful. If you've got a really good story that's of national importance, then you're much, much better off targeting the journalist one-to-one and getting the story out through their channel, because there is a view that you're much better off posting on your own blogs and news channels and platforms once the story has already reached journalists. They've got to produce new content, and the best way for that content to be new is to be absolutely certain that it hasn't been published elsewhere first.